Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a meal prep video for you. It's gonna be some things that I'm just gonna cook so that way we have things prepared in our fridge to just heat up and go. And then there's gonna be some things that I'm just going to prep, like the veggies and all that good stuff, so that way it's super easy to cook it during the week. But I just wanna make today's fairly simple and quick because today is the Super Bowl and I don't want to spend all day in the kitchen. And sorry for this, but this is how I look when I'm meal prepping because I'm not going to get all fancied up for meal prepping. But if you want to see what we're making today, then definitely stick around. Alright y'all, so as you can see I have a ton of fruits and vegetables soaking already, and now I'm just going to start chopping everything else up and getting them ready to throw in there as soon as everything else is done soaking. So I'm just going to start with the celery. I'm going to cut the ends off here. And I took y'all's advice and I put a towel under here because I was having issues with my cutting board slipping and sliding. So y'all, I seriously take all of your recommendations to heart. All right, now I'm just gonna chop the ends off of my asparagus. All right, so I already rinsed most of the stuff that I had soaking, but now I'm soaking my cherry tomatoes, my asparagus, the raspberries, and now I'm just gonna cut up the fruits and vegetables that I took out of there. All right, now I'm just gonna cut up all of my zucchinis and my cucumbers. Now I'm just gonna cut up all my peppers, and the same thing with these. I'm gonna have some of them for the shish kebab, some for the soup, and then I did end up making another bag, and I'm just gonna have a bag where I can saute up some vegetables. So I'm just gonna cut these puppies up. And then I'll have to rinse it out because of the seeds, but all right, so I have the apples and the peaches soaking in the vinegar water. I rinsed off my celery and all the other fruits and vegetables that were soaking. Now I'm just gonna cut up my cucumbers into little sticks so that way we can have them as a snack. All right, so I rinsed off my mushrooms. All right, so the rest of these, I have 4 left. The rest of these I'm going to throw in my soup that I'm going to make in the middle of the week. All right, so now I'm just gonna cut up my green beans and I'm gonna throw them in the water and let them soak. And I'm just cutting the ends off. All right, so now I'm just gonna cut my radishes and we're gonna get those all cleaned up. All right, so I am just gonna cut up my radishes into bite-sized pieces and I'm gonna throw it in the bag that I'm going to use for my soup. All right, so our cilantro is clean. I'm just gonna take a little bit, the rest is in this bowl, but I wanna take a little bit to throw it in the bag that I'm making for my soup. I'm just gonna cut it up. That way there can be some cilantro in there because I love cilantro. All right, so next I'm just gonna cut up probably 3 of these romaine hearts, and it's gonna be for salads. All right, so I'm just gonna cut the ends off of these and then cut them into bite-sized pieces. Then I'm just gonna take one of the romaine hearts and I'm going to just cut the end off, and the rest of it I'm just going to leave large so that way we can have it for wraps. Because this week, to be honest with you, I don't want to do like a huge meal prep. I just want to do it to where we have enough to eat to last us through most of the week. Today's Super Bowl, so I don't want to be in here all day. And then I'll just cut the rest of this up and I'll throw it in there for salads. Then I have 2 romaine hearts left for the middle of the week, so that way if we run out of salad, we have plenty here, or if we need more wraps. Now I'm just gonna clean the grapes and throw them in this water. I'm just gonna take them off their vines here and throw them in the water and get them all cleaned up so that way Celine can make her smoothies during the week. All right, so next I'm just gonna fill these. I got these lunch storage towers at the Dollar Tree this last time that I went, and I'm just gonna fill these up with some veggies. And it came with these little dip containers as well. So I'm just gonna use the dip left over from the birthday party yesterday. So I'll fill these up for Oscar and I, so that way we'll have them for our work tomorrow. And then I'll fill up just a couple of baggies. So the first one I'm gonna fill up is, I don't know if this is the bottom or the top. I think this is the top. But I'm just gonna throw a few cucumbers in there. And then what you do is you just take this and you screw this on top just like that. And then I'm gonna take the bottom and I'm going to put celery. Whoops, that one's too big. Then I'm just gonna take the celery and put it in the bottom part of this. Just like that. I already put the ranch dip in there, so I'm just gonna put the lid on here. I'm gonna place this right inside of there. And then I'm going to put this on top. So how freaking nifty is that? So I have the celery on the bottom with the ranch dressing, and then cucumbers on the top, and that's just a cool little way you can store your veggies. All right, so I have our blackberries soaking. Sorry about the light, I don't know why it's like that. All right, so I just have all the berries and all the vegetables and stuff over here for the most part anyway. But as you can see, I just take the containers that the berries and grape tomatoes and stuff were in, and I rinse them out and I just reuse those because there's, like I said before, there's no sense in wasting those. All right, so next I am just going to cook up some chorizo in this pan. I'm just gonna take some of this deli meat ham and cut it up into pieces because I'm gonna throw some ham in there, and then I'm going to throw about 4 or 5 eggs in there as well. So it's just gonna be chorizo, ham, and 4 or 5 eggs, and that's something that we can just eat on during the week for breakfast. All right, so I have the chorizo in there. I'm just gonna break it up with my spoon. All right, I think the chorizo is ready for the ham and the eggs. So I think I'm gonna do the eggs first. I'm just gonna kind of put a little hole in the middle there. gonna give this a stir. I don't really add salt and stuff to chorizo because it's already a little bit salty as it is. All right, now I'm just gonna mix in the ham and then it'll be done. Super simple breakfast to just grab and heat up and take in a container and go. All right, the chorizo is done. I'm gonna put it in the container and let it cool off and throw it in the fridge. All right, now I'm just gonna boil my eggs. I'm gonna do it right here in my Instant Pot. I'm gonna boil a dozen eggs. I already have 1 cup of water and I'm just gonna put a dozen eggs in there and then I will show you how to turn it on. So I'm just gonna set 12 eggs in here. All right, so I have 12 eggs in there. I'm just gonna pop on the lid. I'm gonna put this to sealing. Then I'm just gonna jump down here and I'm gonna put it on egg, and that's all you do. And we're gonna cook for 5 minutes. It's going to do a natural release for 5 minutes, and then I'll put it in the ice bath for 5 minutes. So my eggs are done. I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna release the rest of the pressure. All right, so that part's done. I'm just gonna lift the lid off. And there's our eggs. I'm just gonna throw them in this ice bath here. Now I'm just gonna de-shell these eggs real quick. And I am gonna make some egg salad this week for lunches or breakfast or whatever people want it for, but let me, look at that. I just love that Instant Pot. All right, so for the eggs, I just put in individual bags just so that way they could be an easy grab and go snack on the go. And then the rest of the eggs I'm gonna turn those into an egg salad. All right, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and make the chicken and vegetable soup in my Instant Pot, and I will show you guys how I'm gonna do 2 of these organic chicken bone broths in the Instant Pot there. This entire bag of veggies that I prepped and threw into this bag and apparently wasted this bag. No, I can use it for something else, but because we were gonna have it in the middle of the week, but we decided that we wanted it today. When it comes to the chicken, I still have a little bit of this rotisserie left, so I'm gonna cheat and I'm going to pick the rest of this chicken off of this and I'm gonna throw it in there with all those super yummy veggies. So I have all the chicken in there. I'm just gonna give this a quick stir. I'm gonna add some seasonings and then I'm going to pop the lid on and give this a cook. All right, so I already threw in some salt. I'm just gonna throw in some pepper. And I'm gonna be a little bit generous because this is a pretty large pot of soup. So this is just oregano. I don't know about y'all, but I love oregano. A little bit of parsley. A little bit of onion powder. And I'm just gonna throw in some minced garlic and I'm gonna give this a stir. Ooh, look at that, look at that. All right, I'm just gonna pop on the lid here. I'm going to set that to sealing. Then I'm gonna come down here and I think I'm gonna do manual for about 18 minutes. All right, so here is the chicken vegetable soup and oh man, does it look good. Yummy. All right, y'all, so moving on to the egg salad, I am just going to start taking my eggs and cutting them with this little egg slicer. All right, so I got a quick tip from a viewer friend of mine. They said to add in mayo, like half mayo and half sour cream, and it really saves on the calories. So I'm gonna try that because like I said, y'all, I am all about tips and advice and everything else. So I'm gonna throw in some, probably like a spoonful of sour cream, a spoonful of mayo. I'm gonna still add some mustard in there, some salt, a little bit of pepper, and I'm gonna give this a quick stir. Oh my golly, I just took a little bite of that and it is delicious. So that is my new go-to for egg salad. I'm gonna put this in a container and throw it in the fridge. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna make is the tuna cakes. I'm just gonna put in here 2 of these 5-ounce cans of tuna. A little bit of black pepper, some parsley flakes, some salt, 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, 2 teaspoons minced garlic, 2 large eggs. That's what it looks like. All right, now I'm just gonna come over here and I'm gonna fry it. I'm just gonna fry it in some grass-fed butter. So then I'm just gonna take a 1/4 cup measuring cup and I'm just going to plop a little bit down and I'm just gonna fry these up. All right, so this is what they're looking like, and oh my golly, my son and I took a piece of this one because we couldn't wait, and it is so stinking good. These are the bomb. All right, so next up is going to be dinner, and this is going to be delicious, let me just tell you. So I'm gonna take these right here, chicken breast tenderloins, and I'm gonna take a couple of them. I'm gonna take a couple of asparagus and I'm gonna put it in the middle of them, and then I'm gonna wrap it in bacon. Gonna be so simple, but so good. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take 1 chicken tenderloin with about 4 strips of asparagus. I'm gonna take 1 piece of bacon, and I'm just gonna wrap the bacon around the entire thing. Just like that. I already preheated my oven to 400 degrees. All right, so these are ready to go in the oven. Like I said, I preheated my oven to 400 degrees. It's gonna take anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes to cook these. Some of them I put asparagus in there, and some of them I just wrapped with bacon for the kids because they don't like asparagus. So let me throw these in the oven. Oh my gosh, do those not look freaking amazing? I'm gonna let these cool. I'm gonna throw them in a container, and these are gonna be bomb for the week. So on the chicken pizza, pepperoni pizza dish that I'm gonna make, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna throw the chicken in the crock pot. I'm gonna take off some of that fat. And then I'm just gonna shred up the chicken, throw it in a casserole dish, throw the marinara sauce on there, the mozzarella and pepperonis, and make my life easy. All right, so the chicken's done. I just kind of shredded it just a little bit and I threw the marinara in there and I mixed it all up. And now I'm just going to take the mozzarella cheese and I'm gonna put it all over the top of it, and I'm gonna be very generous with the cheese. Then I'm just gonna throw some pepperonis on the top. And I'm gonna be pretty generous with those as well. Now I'm just gonna bake this at 400 degrees and I'm just gonna bake it until it browns a little bit on the top and the cheese is all melted. All right, so this is all done. It looks delicious. I hope my kids like this. But I'm just gonna let this cool and I'm going to throw this in the fridge. All right, yes, this is the finished product of today. It was just a lot of cutting vegetables and just a little bit of cooking. So let me just kind of recap. So we have our romaine lettuce all cut up for salads. We have asparagus for to eat with eggs or basically with anything. I like to cook those in the oven. We have some grapes for Celine, blackberries. These are the blackberries I'm gonna freeze. I ended up giving some of the blackberries to my mom, my mother-in-law, and my aunt. So I didn't have quite as many to freeze, but you know what? Sharing is caring. Then I have the strawberries that I cleaned, blueberries, raspberries, the grape tomatoes, the apples, peaches. Then we have our vegetables that I cut up for our shish kebabs that I want to make. I want to make some sausage shish kebabs in the middle of the week. I have this bag of vegetables for just to saute up with some grass-fed butter to eat with whatever we're eating. Here's some cilantro, some romaine hearts, the leaves of romaine, so that way we can have them with wraps. That's the snack towers that I got ready for Oscar and I's lunch. Here is our chicken and asparagus wrapped in bacon, and I did do some with just chicken and bacon for the kids. This is our tuna cakes, which those are absolutely the bomb. This is all of the soup that I made, and we actually had the soup for dinner, and it was so stinking good. But that is what we have left of that. This is the chorizo and eggs and ham for breakfast. Then this is the chicken and pizza bake that I haven't tried, but it looks delicious. And then here is the cucumbers and celery stalks that we can have as a snack. So this was my quick and easy meal prep for this week. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and if you subscribe to my channel, don't forget to tap that bell so you can get notified whenever I upload a new video. And I just want to say thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you guys, and don't forget to go out there and make today even better than yesterday. I will see you in my next video. Bye.